What if the Cowboys did not trade Osa Odigizua just to save a little money? What if they traded him because this defense is about to look completely different from what we've been watching? Aha! Cowboys Nation, that is the real conversation here. Because when people first saw Osa moved for that third-round pick, the instant reaction was, wait, why? Was it money? Was it scheme? Was it panic? Was it just another front office shuffle? But the deeper you listen to this breakdown, the clearer it gets. This was not just about dollars, man. This was about identity. This was about Christian Parker walking into this building and saying, if we're going to run this defense the way I want it run, then I need the right kind of bodies up front. Yeah, and that changes everything. Because let's be real, Osa can play. Nobody serious is saying otherwise. The dude has talent. He can get upfield, he can penetrate, he can create pressure from the interior, and when he has the right pieces around him, he can absolutely make offenses uncomfortable. That is why this move hit people the way it did. Fans know Osa is not some throwaway player. He brought juice, he brought effort, he brought real pass rush value from the tackle spot. But here is where the football part gets interesting. What if the thing he does best is not the thing this new defense values most from that position? Aha! Now we're getting somewhere. This whole conversation points to one massive shift in how Dallas wants to play. They want to get sturdier, they want to get heavier, they want to get harder to move in the run game. That is the key. In a 3-4 structure, especially when your big men up front are carrying so much responsibility, you cannot have guys getting washed out. You cannot have your interior moved off the line and suddenly your linebackers are drowning in traffic. No, sir. If this thing is going to work, the front has to be able to eat space, hold the point of attack, and force offenses to play ugly. That is why the names on this roster now tell such a loud story. Kenny Clark, Quinnen Williams, Otto Ogbonya, Rashawn Gary. These are thicker bodies, bigger bodies, more physical profiles, more good luck running at us energy. That is not an accident. That is a blueprint. And that is why Rashawn Gary matters so much in this whole picture. Because Rashawn Gary is not just some edge rusher they grab to get sacks on 3rd and long. No. He is part of the attitude shift. He is part of the message. He sets edges. He plays with strength. He helps you become a better run defense first, and then he gives you pass rush value on top of that. And when you connect that to moving off of Osa and Solomon Thomas, you start seeing the pattern. Dallas is not just collecting names. Dallas is choosing a personality for this defense. Now, does that mean Osa had no place here? Not necessarily. And that is why this debate is so good, because one side says, hey, if he's your rotational interior pass rusher, if he's giving you 30 snaps a game in specific situations, that still has value. And it does. It absolutely does, especially in today's NFL, where nickel rules the world and passing downs come fast. But the counter is simple. Are you paying that kind of money for a guy who is not a clean fit for what you most want to be? That is the front office question. That is the coaching question. And if the answer is no, then getting a 3rd-round pick suddenly starts looking a whole lot more logical. That might be the biggest thing to understand here, Cowboys Nation. This was not a move saying Osa is bad. This was a move saying the Cowboys believe they can use that value better in a different type of player for this defense. And when they got that 3rd-rounder, that changed the equation. Because now it is not just we moved a good player. Now it is we moved a good player, got back into day 2, and opened the door to draft another defender who fits Christian Parker's vision better. That is where this starts feeling less emotional and more strategic. And honestly, I kind of like that, because for too long, Cowboys fans have looked at this defense and asked, what exactly are we trying to be? Fast? Fine. Aggressive? Maybe. Opportunistic? Sometimes. But stout? Physical? Built to stop the run? Built to force offenses into long, miserable drives? Not consistently. And now, for the first time in a while, this thing feels intentional. It feels like they are building a defense that knows exactly what kind of fight it wants. Big boys inside, edge setters outside, more confusion in the back end, more toughness in the front. That sounds like an identity to me. So my take is this. Yes, losing Osa hurts because talent is talent, but if this trade helps Dallas become the kind of defense that cannot get bullied in the run game, the kind of defense that frees up its linebackers, the kind of defense that gives the secondary cleaner pictures and more chances to make plays, then yeah, I see the vision. I see the plan. And if they use that third-round pick the right way, this move might end up being one of those decisions fans hate at first and understand later. So now I want to hear from you, Cowboys Nation. Did the Cowboys make the right call moving Osa for a third-round pick, or should they have kept his pass rush talent in the rotation? Drop your take in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe, because this new Dallas defense is starting to show us exactly what it wants to become.